President Trump recently underwent medical tests due to mild swelling in his legs and bruising in one hand. Hear what the White House is saying about this condition.
I know that many in the media have been speculating about bruising on the president's hand and also swelling in the president's legs. So in the effort of transparency, the president wanted me to share a note from his physician with all of you today. In recent weeks, President Trump noted mild swelling in his lower legs. In keeping with routine medical care and out of an abundance of caution, this concern was thoroughly evaluated by the White House medical unit. The president underwent a comprehensive examination, including diagnostic vascular studies. Bilateral lower extremity venous Doppler ultrasounds were performed and revealed chronic venous insufficiency, a benign and common condition, particularly in individuals over the age of 70. Importantly, there was no evidence of deep vein thrombosis or arterial disease. Laboratory testing included a complete blood count, comprehensive metabolic panel, coagulation profile, D-dimer, B-type natriuretic peptide, and cardiac biomarkers. All results were within normal limits. An echocardiogram was also performed and confirmed normal cardiac structure and function. No signs of heart failure, renal impairment, or systemic illness were identified.
Recent public appearances by President Donald Trump have once again thrust his health into the national spotlight, initiating a profound and multifaceted discussion that extends far beyond the typical bounds of political commentary. Welcome viewers to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, like my video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. The initial spark for this renewed and intense scrutiny was a seemingly minor, yet highly visible, cosmetic detail: the appearance of what looked like makeup on his hands. This substance was noticeably lighter in color than his natural skin tone, creating a stark and easily photographed contrast that drew immediate public attention and became a viral sensation across social media platforms. The visual anomaly was first widely reported during his visit to the People's House Museum in Washington, D.C., an engagement that was supposed to focus on history and culture. The stark contrast was further amplified by subsequent sightings at a public engagement related to the FIFA World Cup. In a world of ubiquitous smartphone cameras and instant information dissemination, these moments, captured in high-resolution photographs, quickly became the subject of intense public analysis. This was compounded by earlier widely circulated images of his swollen ankle, fueling an intense public conversation and a series of questions about his physical fitness, overall well-being, and readiness for a potential return to the presidency. The combination of these specific, visible cues has coalesced into a narrative of concern that has become a significant and recurring part of the political discourse, demonstrating how even the smallest details of a public figure's physical appearance can carry immense political weight and become a lens for public assessment. This phenomenon is a direct consequence of the modern media ecosystem, where a single photograph can become a meme, a talking point, and a symbol of a deeper, more fundamental debate about a candidate's fitness for office. The virality is driven by platform algorithms and the public's insatiable appetite for content that confirms or challenges their existing political biases. The focus on such minutiae speaks to a broader cultural shift, where personal optics are now seen as a proxy for leadership qualities, and every visible detail is scrutinized for hidden meaning, fueling a seemingly endless cycle of speculation and debate. A detailed look at chronic venous insufficiency and the White House's strategic communication. In a concerted effort to provide clarity and address the mounting public and media concerns, the White House confirmed a significant medical detail about Trump's condition. They disclosed that he has a diagnosis of chronic venous insufficiency, CVI. To understand the full significance of this diagnosis, it's essential to delve into the underlying medical science and its implications. CVI directly impacts the body's intricate and complex circulatory system, specifically the delicate network of veins in the legs. In a healthy circulatory system, one-way valves within the veins work diligently and continuously to pump deoxygenated blood back to the heart, fighting against the relentless force of gravity. However, in individuals with CVI, these crucial valves become weakened or damaged. This can result from factors such as age, genetics, prolonged standing, or a history of deep vein thrombosis, DVT. The progression of CVI is often categorized into stages, ranging from mild to severe. In the early stages, visible signs may include spider veins, telangiectasias, and reticular veins. While often considered a cosmetic concern, they're the first sign of underlying venous reflux. The condition progresses to varicose veins, which are enlarged, twisted veins that are visible beneath the skin's surface and can cause aching, cramping, and throbbing. In more advanced stages, the increased pressure and stagnant blood flow lead to noticeable leg swelling or edema, particularly around the ankles. This fluid buildup causes pain, a sensation of heaviness, and can begin to disrupt daily activities. In the most severe stages, the lack of proper circulation causes significant skin changes, including discoloration, thickening, and hardening of the skin, lipodermatosclerosis. This can eventually lead to the formation of painful and difficult-to-heal open sores, known as venous ulcers. This detailed medical context provides a plausible explanation for the swollen ankle observed in photographs of Donald Trump, aligning with the symptoms of CVI. The treatment for CVI is equally multifaceted, ranging from non-invasive methods like compression therapy, which involves wearing graduated compression stockings to aid blood flow, to more invasive procedures. These can include endovenous laser or radiofrequency ablation, which use heat to close off malfunctioning veins, or even surgical procedures like ligation and stripping to remove the damaged veins entirely. The White House's public relations response to this medical revelation was a masterclass in strategic communication. In a carefully crafted statement, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt addressed the health concerns. While she skillfully avoided a direct comment on the specific issue of the hand makeup, an omission that was itself a form of communication known as strategic silence, she was firm in stating that despite his CVI diagnosis, Trump experiences no discomfort from the condition. This tactical maneuver allowed them to provide a credible explanation for the swollen ankle while refusing to engage with the cosmetic detail that had ignited the most public chatter. Leavitt's central strategy was to pivot the conversation away from his specific medical condition and toward his vibrant and demanding public schedule. She deliberately highlighted his frequent handshakes and numerous public engagements as irrefutable proof of his robust health, strong stamina, and deep connection with the American people. This move was intended to project an image of undeniable vitality, resilience, and transparency, while simultaneously sidestepping the direct discussion of a cosmetic detail that had drawn so much public attention and criticism. The message was carefully designed to reassure the public that, regardless of any underlying conditions, Trump is more than capable of handling the immense rigors and responsibilities of public office, thereby controlling the narrative and shaping public perception. The choice of which health details to share and which to obscure is a calculated political maneuver, designed to project strength and minimize perceived weakness in the public eye. A history of scrutiny, from aspirin to aspiration and beyond. This is by no means the first time Donald Trump's health has become a central and recurring topic of intense public debate. Following a physical examination in April, his physician, Captain Sean Barbabella, released a statement that was intended to be reassuring and put an end to the ongoing speculation. The doctor declared the former president to be in excellent cognitive and physical health, a common medical phrase used to describe a person's well-being, but one that can be interpreted differently depending on the context. The physician also offered a potential, medically sound explanation for any visible bruising on Trump's hands, suggesting it could be linked to his use of aspirin for cardiovascular prevention. Aspirin is a common and widely used blood thinner that works by inhibiting the function of platelets, the small cells in the blood that are crucial for clotting. By making the blood less sticky, it significantly increases a person's susceptibility to bruising, particularly in older individuals whose skin becomes thinner and more fragile with age and sun exposure. This medical context was provided to offer a logical and scientific explanation for a physical symptom that had also drawn public notice, attempting to de-escalate the public concern by providing a verifiable medical fact. However, this statement was received with skepticism by a public that had grown accustomed to questioning official health narratives, a legacy of previous instances, such as the highly controversial letter from his personal physician, Dr. Harold Bornstein, during the 2016 campaign, which described his health in hyperbolic terms. The historical context of this mistrust is crucial to understanding the public's reaction. The enduring dilemma: privacy versus the public's right to know. Despite these official statements and medical reassurances, a significant level of public and media skepticism persists, fueled by a general distrust of official statements in the current political climate. A May poll conducted by The Economist/YouGov revealed that a notable 45% of respondents believed Trump had not been fully transparent about his health details. This high number implies a profound crisis of trust in leadership and a demand for a new, unprecedented level of political transparency. This ongoing demand for full health transparency reflects a broader and more modern trend in politics, where the public expects detailed and verifiable information about the physical and cognitive well-being of their leaders, especially those of advanced age who hold or seek to hold significant power. This trend is not without historical precedent, though the methods of concealment have evolved. The health of leaders has long been a subject of public concern, though often carefully hidden from public view. For example, President Franklin D. Roosevelt's debilitating polio was a closely guarded secret. He made great pains to conceal his disability, relying on a wheelchair and crutches while carefully managing public appearances to project an image of vigor.